Hey there, guys. It's your boy Lorenzo, aka Mr. Team Awesome. You're watching Keeping It Real, Season 3, Episode 10. And man, it's been quite some time since I've seen you guys. For those of you guys who subscribe to me on YouTube, thank you for giving me likes and thumbs up. And those of you guys who follow me at Instagram.com/slash Team Awesome 418, I appreciate you guys watching my videos on IGTV. So, what have I been up to these past 2 months? Well, the last time you guys saw me was in September. I talked about you are what you attract, and basically it's true. What you put out there comes back to you. Whoever you hang out with, that's the type of energy that's gonna come towards you at the end. And I wanted to speak about giving advice to myself, but before I get into that, let me just get you up to speed. So back in October, I was out with my friends, three of them to be exact, and we went to this place called The Edge, which is one of the tallest buildings in New York. Not worth the price, but for what it was worth, I had a great time. I took some beautiful shots. I also spent some time with my best friend at the Snug Harbor Cultural Center, Botanic Gardens back in Staten Island. That was actually worth for what it was worth. I suggest you taking a trip out there. Most likely when it's warm, but yeah, I'm filming this in fall, but it's been acting like winter sometimes, and a little bit of summer. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, the topic I want to get into is called advice to my younger self, and you guys could take this advice if you want to, but let's see how far back I should go. Age 15. Okay, so I'm 30 years old now, and I know you're like saying, wow, this guy is 30 years old. He don't look his age. What is his secret? I say drink a lot of water and work out and try to have a stress-free life. Just try to be stress-free because stress ages you, makes your hair turn gray, it makes your skin wrinkle up, it makes you look older than what you should be looking. So let's get into it. Advice to my 15-year-old self. Well, when I was 15 years old, I was, I believe, a sophomore in high school, and I felt like I needed to be socially accepted. And I feel like that was one of my biggest problems because as a person that was interactive to almost anybody you could possibly think of, the good kids, the bad kids, I was basically that dude that knew everybody. And I felt like I needed to fit in. So let me tell you something. It's not worth trying to fit in. Why fit in when you could just stand out? And that's exactly what I did. The current me, if anybody that knows me personally knows that I'm very outspoken. I speak my mind. I don't care if I offend somebody. I try to speak in the most respectful and professional way to anybody. I don't like getting into fights. I don't like arguments. I like to have um, friendly debates. So as far as fitting in, I don't care about fitting in. I want to stand out. And I feel like that is a lot of people's problems because we tend to change ourselves for the next person due to the things that we see, the things that is considered the norm. But in actuality, it's not considered the norm. It's just, being typical. From changing your looks to changing your appearance, how you carry yourself, anything to make the other person want to accept you. Another problem I had growing up was lack of um, lack of commitment. I feel like I'm more committed now into the things that I do, but back then it was kind of like, whatever. I wasn't really fully committed to the things that I do now. I've been very dedicated to my books, my baby, right here. I've been dedicated to stuff like that. I've been very loyal to the things that I do today. As far as who I interact with, communication is very important. I feel like that back then I had an issue with talking to people. I was considered the quiet one, but now I'm like a book. I know sometimes people want to say, "Oh, just shut up, you talk too much," but it's okay. I feel like I've improved in that area as far as communicating. Another thing I think people need to tell themselves currently is that they need to respect themselves. Self care is very important. We're so busy caught up worrying about what the next person does that we tend to forget about ourselves. We're always being there for everybody else instead of trying to worry about what we need to do concerning ourselves. Self care includes checking on your mental state, making sure that you are okay, making sure that you are physically okay, making sure that you are able to make it through the day. Um, Another thing that I had a problem with was boundaries. I had an issue with, you know, sticking in the borderline. I tend to cross over the borderline and I engaged in things that I had no business engaging in, and it led me to some very toxic relationships with people over the years. And that rolls over into the next thing I want to say to my younger self. Be mindful of who you surround yourself with, because we tend to keep people that we know that is not good for us, and we know that we have to get rid of them. You got to let go of people that is not helping you, make it to where you're supposed to be at. Especially people that are we know is not good for us at all, like 100% not good for us. We tend to ignore the signs, the red flags in the beginning because we want to see the good in everybody. That's cool and all. You can see the good in everybody, but not everybody is meant good for you. I used to be a yes man a lot. I'm not afraid of saying the word no now. No is actually a sentence. So if somebody says something to you and try to be petty or make you feel guilty or try to force you into doing something that you don't want to do, it's okay to say the word no, because it's not your problem. It's their problem. And if they don't accept that, like I said, it's their problem. Um, Another advice to my younger self: time management. Time is everything, and we tend to waste our time on just about anything you could possibly think of. We need to have more structure in our day. There's only 24 hours in our day, and most of us tend to stay up. We waste our time on, like I mentioned earlier, on people that we shouldn't be keeping in contact with. We waste our time on social media. We waste our time on doing things that don't help us with growth. Do something productive with yourself. Get a hobby. Go outside. Take a walk. Work out. Cook. Come up with something that can make you millions in a couple of years. you know, Time management is everything. A lot of us tend to be late for places. If you know you're gonna need to be somewhere for 6 p.m., you should leave your house like 4 o'clock, or at least 4:30 the latest. Don't leave at 5 o'clock, because if something goes down and you end up being late, that's on you. Same thing with assignments. If you know you got a paper due in a couple of days, why would you wait until the day before to try to get that paper in? I know a lot of us work under peer pressure, but yeah, me, it didn't work out. I remember one time I got an F on my one of my college assignments because I plagiarized, which is a crime in college, and I got myself in trouble because of that. And to this day, it's on my transcript. um, but yeah, more advice to my younger self. Um, your love life, keep it private. Keep it private, because not everybody needs to be in your business. You can let people know what you want them to know, but don't let them know everything, because I feel like concealing things is great. It's not being secretive, it's protecting your own and making sure that you guard your whatever it is you care about. And lastly, just being yourself. I'd rather be hated for everything I am than to pretend to be something I'm not. So self-validation, and that's basically it. So that's basically some of the advice I would give to my younger self. I know there's plenty of more that I left out, but hey, I didn't want to make this video too long. 10 minutes is good enough. So anyway, be sure to like that video, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment and tell me what else you want me to talk about. And I appreciate everybody that's been watching Keeping It Real these past couple of years. And much love, peace, and let's survive 2020. And I want to live normal again. So be safe out there, and we'll talk really soon. Anyway, take care, guys. Follow me on all of my accounts. in the description bar below.